crying in your beer after this. This late spring has meant Alberta's barley farmers are delayed in planting their crops. And those delays could have a domino effect on the quality of beer produced in our province. Yep, that's because hard, thick snow still covers most of the fields out there. So farmers are having to wait out the fluctuating temperatures that could push harvesting all the way into August. Here to explain this situation is Matt Sawyer. He's a member of the Western Canadian Wheat Growers, and he joins us via FaceTime from his home in Acme. All right, you have my attention here. The beer may not taste as good as it usually does, Matt. May not. I know it's early, but how would a late harvest alter how my beer tastes months from now?
Well, it is all in the quality. If the longer the harvest goes on, the more that the barley is susceptible to getting rained on, it can not be accepted for malt at all. So it certainly could put things in. If you're a beer drinker, you could be worried, I suppose, at this point.
Yeah, okay, like I said, you have my attention. Where does your barley end up? Are we talking to small craft breweries, or do you sell to the big ones too?
Well, our barley goes directly to Canada Malt, and then from there it gets shipped to some craft breweries and basically all over the world. So you just never know where it's going to end up. We also produce a certain variety of barley. It's called Bentley, so it's destined for a certain market.
Any idea if a shortage of barley here in Alberta because of a late harvest and maybe not as much yield as you typically would get, whether that would affect the price of beer down the line?
The amount of barley that goes into beer, it seems like they can keep that fairly steady. So I would suggest no. And I think it's really too early to talk about a barley shortage yet. We could be looking at, a couple weeks of decent weather will allow us to get into the fields. And it all depends on what the growing season looks like down the road. So if we had a really decent growing season with decent heat units and some good moisture during the stampede season, we won't have anything to worry about come late harvest or early September when it's barley harvest time.
Are you a beer drinker?
Yes, I do enjoy tipping a few back.
So walk me through this then finally, assuming you don't get ideal conditions, and we hope that you do, always hope that you do, but assuming you don't, how might that barley crop change the way beer tastes?
Well, I guess you can look at, or even going back one step further, some of the old gentleman farmers, they used to say, well, if it grows, it goes, meaning that if the malt is accepted and it actually germinates reasonably well, they can make beer out of it. So I don't think we're ever really going to have to worry about the maltsters. They certainly get picky when the quality is very high. It's an opportunity for them to make some good money. The germination is very high and the proteins are low, so they can pick through, and the better quality of barley makes them more money.
All right, so if I'm hearing you correctly, we may not have our pick of the premium stuff in the months ahead, but there'll still be beer to drink, most importantly. Matt, good luck with the growing season. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
That is the news for now. Thanks for taking